Movies are always a funny one, aren't they, when they come in packages like this? Because this very much falls into the double A category. David Leitch brings us a follow up, not in terms of story, but in terms of presentation to last year's Bullet Train, which had Brad Pitt, etc. in it. Now, The Fall Guy, this may sound like a terrible thing to say, but it is a very simple story. It is completely non offensive, and it is all the better because of that. Now, not in terms of being a blockbuster, because price wise, I think this movie's sadly gonna bomb. It shouldn't. Movies like this should be supported. I really do maintain that. The story of The Fall Guy, it's really, really simple. Ryan Gosling, he plays a stuntman. He has an accident at the beginning of the movie, gets disillusioned of being in the industry. Emily Blunt was the camera operator on the movie on which he got injured. Fast forward a few years, she's now a big time, she's now a up and coming director. He gets drafted onto her movie. They have this very believable, great chemistry whereby he kind of just stopped messaging her and she's become kind of bitter about that because they had something special. But yeah, Ryan Gosling basically just ended up being in his own little bubble, in his own shell, injured and all. And it's brilliant because some of the sci-fi movie that they're making together parallels their romance in a way. Anyway, we find out in the first sort of 20 minutes that the actor, Tom Ryder, that Ryan Gosling is the stuntman for, has gone missing. And this is where the movie picks up. Because Ryan Gosling, as the characters in the movie says, "You're the stunt guy. No one's going to recognize you." Basically, you can be a fly on the wall. You can be a ghostly apparition, and you can find out just where the hell Tom Ryder is, because him being absent is going to delay the production of this movie. And now we have our intrigue. And it's as simple as that. There are no grand reveals. There are no big surprises. There are no plot twists. All this movie is trying to set out to do is tell a really, really simplistic A to B to C all the way through to Z. This happens, therefore this happens, therefore this happens. It's unnuanced, it's not really subtle, but it's inherently freaking charming. It's at its core, it's a love letter to the stuntman, because let's be real, the stuntmen are the overlooked talents of Hollywood. They even make a joke in it about, "Oh, you're a stunt guy. You've won some Oscars." Then it's like, "Oh, they don't really hand out Oscars for stunts." Shots fired, and shots rightfully fired. But yeah, man, a love letter to stuntmen and to the profession of being a stunt person. A very good chemistry between the two leads. A story that is simplistic, but I cannot stress this enough. Yes, it's unsubtle. Yes, it's unnuanced. Yes, it's very basic. But it's the better for it. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's not trying to elevate itself to God level or anything. It's just telling a really simple, concise, unsubtle story, and it's bolstered by the charm of its leads. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of negative to say about it, other than a few things. Some people may find the simplicity off-putting and hope for some grand reveal. There isn't one. Like, it's the thing you think is coming is the thing that happens. And directly joined to that is the fact that the movie's long, man. Like, it's got some serious length to it. It's over 2 hours, and it's got no business being this long. For a story that is this simplistic, it ebbs and flows so much because the moment, and the stunts are great in it, and the stunt moments are when the movie's at its absolute flowing highest. Then it kind of roller coasters down and comes to a gritting halt, and you're kind of left feeling like, could you please get on with it? Like, I love everything I'm seeing, but goddamn, you're taking your time. And the simplicity marred with the kind of poor pacing, like they seem to revisit locations more than once, like Tom Ryder's apartment. Let's go there 2, 3 times. It's like, oh my god, guys, this could have been done in one take. You didn't need to revisit it 3 times. The going back and forth on the movie set, again, multiple times. a little plot hole with a thing that didn't pay off, but I don't want to spoil that. And if you don't miss it, you're not going to be any the lesser for it. But for a movie that's essentially setting out to be just fun, nothing more than that. It's not going for Oscars. It's not even going for Blockbuster of the Year. It's just kind of there. And for a movie that's just kind of there, in the best possible way, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I do think it's one that might kind of get forgotten to the annals of time. It might kind of get forgotten about as an action movie. I certainly don't think that this is one people are gonna venture back to and hail as an all-time great action movie. But for what it sets out to do in a world where we're inundated with either the extremes of, you know, either the AAA blockbuster or the indie darling made on a budget of nothing, there's very little double A movies left in the world now. And although this doesn't have a double A budget, which is why I think it's sadly going to make a loss, it's certainly in terms of its execution and in terms of its narrative and in terms of its story, it screams double A, and it's the better for it. Yeah, it's just there as a initiation into summer 2024, and it's a barrel of fun. It's one of the better movies I've seen in the last few weeks. You can't go wrong by seeing this. And if you are going to go see it, once you have seen it, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. There's a subscribe button right here for you to check out another video up here, so please go ahead and do all of that goodness. And yeah, go and support movies like this. Do your part to make sure it's not a bomb. Send the message out that we want more movies like this. And be sure to subscribe to the Silver Screen Dudes if movies are your jam. And I'll see you right here again for another video soon. Bye for now.